Let's take a look how easy it is to make a pattern on Nina's 2.0 multi-track sequencer. First, let's enter the actual multi-track sequencer mode. So we press Sequence, Mode, Edit, scroll down to multi-track sequencer, and straight away, the screen should invert to black text on white. That way you know that you're in the multi-track sequencer. Also, you'll start to see things like pattern and track. Remember that a pattern consists of 4 different tracks, and you can load up to 16 patterns at any one time, but you have a ton of room to save as many patterns as you want. To start making a pattern, make sure that you're in pattern mode by hitting Pattern. Here we've got pattern 8 selected. We want to initialize the pattern to make sure that we clear all the sounds and all the note values. Hit load. Go to the very first pattern, which should indicate clear pattern. As I press clear pattern, the front panel will move to confirm that you've actually completed the task. Now we have an initialized pattern we can start building. Here we'll build 4 tracks with a kick, hi-hat, bass sound, and a polyphonic chord type sound. Currently we're in pattern mode, which means that we can be able to play back or chain patterns in pattern mode. But we want to start building a pattern made out of 4 tracks, so we need to move into track mode. We press pattern, and now we're in track mode. We have more settings. Immediately we can see TRK at the top left indicating that we're in track mode. Select track 1, and I'm just going to load a preset sound from Nina by making sure we've selected the track we want, hit load, go to the bank we want. I've got one called the video demo, and I've got the kick drum here, hit load. You'll see that the values snap to position when you load the preset. I don't know many synths that can do that. Let's put down some stats. Let's start the sequencer, and you can see it's now running. Tap record to enter record mode. Now I can enter some steps. And we have our 4 on the floor kick drum. Let's keep going. Let's go to track 2, hold down track, and the number 2 key. We are now in track 2. Let's load our hi-hat sound. Load, bank, here's the bank we want, video demo. Here's our hi-hat sound. Successfully loaded. Hit record again, and enter our hi-hat steps. Lovely. So now we have kick, we have hi-hat. Let's move on to our bass sound. Let's do that on track 3. Hold track, button. Now we've entered track 3. Let's load our bass sound. Up here, squidgy bass is the one I like. Let's lay down a bass line. Tap record. The bass line ain't gonna win any awards, but you can see what I'm doing. Now these are all the same pitch, understandably. To change the pitch per step, we hold down the step, and we have immediately our step settings. The top one will be root note. Here's where I can change the pitch. Let's pitch it down. Let's do it to step 9. Maybe go up. That's how easy it is. So far, so good. And in the track settings, we can also adjust the volume per track. So let's turn down the bass line sound a little bit. Lovely. Let's move on. Track 4. Let's put down a kind of polyphonic dissonant chord. Let's select track 4. Let's load the sound. Up to our video demo bank. And down here we've got a sound called sudden stop. You can see the whole front panel has snapped to the preset settings on the front panel. You can already see that there's a long attack for this sound, so it's going to evolve over a period of time. Let's put down a step. Oh, we're not hearing it. So I hear you ask, why is it we cannot hear this particular step? Well, that relates to gate time. So the default gate time is 15, and we can change that. So if we hold the step down, you'll see the gate amount is 15. We can dial that right up, hit edit and dial it up. And I'll just go to an extreme amount of 100 so we can actually hear it. You can hear that kind of high pitch. Cool, but it's really not a chord at the moment at all. So let's change the pitch. Hold down the step, scroll up to root note, and let's pitch it all the way down significantly. Cool, so now we can actually hear it because we've got a longer gate time, and this helps with chords, but we actually haven't edited out second or third note value. To do that, same way as the root value. Hold down the step, note 2, let's go down. There we go, now we've got a 2-note chord, let's turn it to a 3-note chord. Same again, hold down the step. Note 3, edit, let's go up this time. Now we've made a dissonant chord. If we add another step, you can hear how it's been cut off by where that step places. Okay, get rid of it. We're back to where we were. And of course, now we're free to also dial up the tempo if we like. And we're free to craft the sound on the front panel. That's how easy it is to make a pattern on Nina's 2.0 multi-track sequencer. We'll have more videos explaining per step parameters, track parameters, parameter locking, and the new noise types. Stay tuned for more. Until next time.